guys, Kristen with the Thomas Group and Real Broker, your local Las Vegas and Henderson Realtors. Today I am in the beautiful Del Webb 55 plus active adult community out here in the one-of-a-kind Lake Las Vegas. And the reason why I wanted to do this video today is because Del Webb just released a bunch of new incredible lots that are right down by the lake. You can build the collection 3 on these. They are stunning, and I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that this opportunity existed. So before I get into the video, if you are looking to purchase in Lake Las Vegas in Del Webb, I am your Lake Las Vegas expert. My name is Kristen and I offer free consultations. You can find all of my information on the screen, and I am extension 2. So like I said, Del Webb, I mean, when you're building out in Lake Las Vegas, the number one question I get is views, views, views. And how we're going to structure this video today is I'm going to walk you through 2 of the collection 2s that are modeled. I'll tell you a little bit about the one that's not modeled, and then we'll go take a look at the lots down there by the lake. All right, let's go take a look. First up, we have the Journey. The base price of this home is $724,000. It can be 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2.5 to 3 bathrooms, and it's 2,556 plus square feet, depending on if you do the rear house extension. As you can see, it is a 2-car garage. This looks like it maybe could be a 3rd-car garage, but this is actually a golf cart garage with bumped out. It's made wider for storage. Now, as we walk in, it's a little bit confusing because how they have this one modeled shows a lot of the options, and it's not actually how it comes standard. They have it modeled as a 2-bedroom, one of which is kind of like a next-gen living suite. But I love the finishes in this home. I think it's so beautiful. It's warm and modern. Let's take a look at the bones of the house, because that is what is really important for you to look at. So as we enter, we have this flex space. So they have it set up as a little seating area with a bar and such. You'll see in the next home that we see, they have this set up as a formal dining room. Some people like having a formal dining room. I think it's not necessary personally, because you have your dining space back here as well. So it just kind of depends on what you need. However, you can close this wall off here, right here. And if you want, you can leave this open. You can close this off, put French doors on it, put some glass on it, and make this your office. In all of the collection 3, we have 10-foot ceilings. You do have the option for tray ceilings in some of the homes. That is all going to be done through the design center. The recessed lighting you'll have in your main living areas. And then when you want to add more, you add those in packs in your design center too. Now, what I love about the collection 3 is these high vaulted ceilings in the main living area. I mean, you already get a decent amount of square footage in this home, but when you add those extra high ceilings in, it really, really, really just opens up the space. You know, I tell my clients that are considering a collection 2 or collection 3, if they think the collection 3 is going to be out of their budget, don't even go in it, because it's going to spoil you. The collection 2s are really, really beautiful as well, but you do get the benefit of these giant ceilings in here. Within this great room, there are a few options. One of them is you can add a fireplace. You can add this size. You do get these built-ins included. I know a lot of my clients love that. We have your eating area off to the side. And your beautiful kitchen. I like how they have this model a little bit different than the other ones, so that you can get an idea for different options that you can choose. The other one will have the drop ceiling in here, the accent ceiling. You can do a waterfall edge on the island. You can extend the island. Everybody that buys one of these is most likely going to upgrade the floor. You're going to upgrade the countertops. This is their like super upgraded kitchen where you get this range here with your ovens. and your microwave over there. Standard, you'll have an oven and a microwave on the side, and then a cooktop and a hood. You have the option of pot fillers. You'll see in the next home we go in as well, you have an option to add a window backsplash behind here, which is kind of cool. A neat design choice. It's not cheap. I know in the collection too, it's about $5,000, but it is a really beautiful architectural option. We have the built-in refrigerator. This is an upgrade, and you lose some counter space doing it, but I mean, looks amazing and great. So coming into here, we have our pantry. This pantry looks a little bit bigger than the other one. I suppose it's just how it's laid out. It probably has about the same. And let's head off to the side here. So behind this door, we have your 2-car garage and your laundry room. And let's take a look at the primary suite first before we go into the bathroom. Now again, just like the other one, you have the option to do the extension on the end of the house, and you'll add about 5 feet on. It doesn't bump out the great room, it'll bump out your primary suite and your eating area. I wanted to point out too, actually, because I have had people ask me about this. These windows that you see, these are included. And I think that they are really one of the features of these homes that elevates them over other builders. You know, having these nice modern windows is really a great architectural feature. And let's head into the bathroom. So this option, they have chosen to do the shower tub combo. It comes as just a standard shower, but you have the option to do this. You have the option to add a 0 threshold, which is great. This is 55 plus, so people, are thinking about down the line. It's nice that the sinks are separate, so, somebody, aka my hair, wouldn't get into my husband's sink. And your closet. It's not insanely big, but it's definitely enough room. If like a massive closet is the most important thing to you, then I would say that a collection 2 is actually going to be better for you, because on those we can take away some of the storage in the garage for additional closet space. All right, so coming over here, this is where things get a little bit confusing, because they have this modeled as with the next gen suite, the guest suite. So how they have it, there's a powder room here for the main living area. And then there is like basically a living room and a bedroom with a bathroom, an ensuite bathroom. This doesn't have plumbing in it for like a sink and a refrigerator, but they're just down the hall there. It's just to provide a little bit of separation. So how this comes standard is it actually comes as an office and then a bathroom and then a bedroom, but you can make the office into an additional bedroom. I know I'm describing a lot, and if you're a visual person like I am, if you go on the Webb website and you click on the plan you want and you scroll down, and you'll see a button that says customize floor plan or something similar, and then you can play around with all the structural options, and you'll see that there's like certain things you can do. Some things are dependent on, you can only do A if you do B, but it's fun to play around with and get a good idea. And again, they've upgraded the tile. The faucets in here are upgraded. Like I mentioned before, you'll spend money upgrading flooring, countertops. Webb upgrades, they're not cheap. I would say budget at least 20% of the base price for all of your structural and design options. All right, let's go take a look at the next plan. All right, so next up we have the Voyage. This is a 2,736 plus square foot home, depending on if you do the back of the house extension. It has 3 bedrooms, could have 2 or 3, 2.5 bathrooms, and a 2-car garage. As I mentioned, there's 3 elevations. This is the priciest elevation with all of the stacked stone. Your A elevation is not going to have any added stone, and if you do a B elevation, you'll have some more like modern tile here. Now coming into the courtyard, you have the option to add a front gate or wrought iron door here. You can also do that after closing if you'd like. I know a lot of my clients love this front courtyard. You have an option to add sliding glass doors here too. If you think that, you would maybe potentially use it as an office, you want to step out into the courtyard to get some fresh air. I mean, just the way the sun sits with this home, this gets shade most of the day. So we do have such a great climate here. So, you can do your reading. If you are still working, you can be working outside. Now, how they have this one modeled is a little bit different than how it comes standard. I actually prefer how it comes standard, but stepping in, again, we have our 10-foot ceilings throughout the home. Details like this, always an upgrade. Beautiful though. You can add it yourself after closing too, which is what I would definitely recommend. This off to the side is a kind of flex space. So they have left it open here and have it as a formal dining area. What you can do is wall off this here and enclose this space and have it as your office or den. You have the option of adding doors here, of keeping it open like this. And that's where I was saying if you added those sliding glass doors, you'd have a really nice space that you could utilize both indoors and outdoors. We'll come back to this room here in a second because I want to show you how impressive this great room is. Most of my clients, when they come in here, they are so impressed by this one. This is probably the overall favorite from everyone I've shown. It's just such a wide open space, and we have vaulted ceilings in here. I believe they look like they're 14 feet high. Sorry, 12. What am I saying? I believe they're 12 foot high. Options to add a tray, I believe. So look at these views here. Believe it or not, the views in the lots that they've just released are even better, which is just exceptional. These built-ins here are included. The tiling is not. Again, that's probably something that you'd want to add after closing. And then let's look at the kitchen area. So up here, we have an accent piece that is going to be additional. Pretty much everything you see here is an upgrade. The waterfall island's an upgrade. You can extend that. One of the options that Pulte does that I do really love is this backsplash window. That's an upgrade, but it provides a little extra touch. I've never seen another builder do it. This model has the cabinet stacked all the way to the ceiling, which really just ties the space together. It looks stunning. Upgrade. You get the picture. We have options here with our oven and cooktop. You can do a really fancy 8-burner range. You can do it like this, where you've got an oven there and your microwave oven combo here, or you don't need to have the oven there. You have a nice sizable walk-in pantry here. It's not too crazy and it's not too small. It really is just right. They have this modeled with a built-in refrigerator. That is an option. That's not how it comes standard. You would have more counter space over there if you had the standard size refrigerator. And coming over here to our eating area, This house has the rear house extension. So most of these Pulte models, with the exception of the Tifton Walk, which is a collection 2, have the rear house extension option, and it makes a difference in the space. It pops it out about the size of this wall, approximately. So it will make your patio, your covered patio, longer. And then it'll pop out the space of your dining area and your primary suite as well. Now they have modeled here, I think this isn't the full corner slider. They have a few options. So as this comes standard, right here is actually windows. Most people will at least upgrade that to sliders, but not everybody. And then you would have your sliders there. You have the option to do these full corner sliders, which are incredible if you're going to make use of the indoor-outdoor living here, which in Nevada is perfect because we have such great weather and you really can be outdoors all year round. It's not cheap. The full corner sliders are going to run you, depending on the model, let me tell you, somewhere between 50 and 60,000. There's a less expensive option that keeps a support post right there. One thing I wanted to mention is that Pulte doesn't, or Del Webb, Pulte, they're owned by the same company. They don't provide pavers under the covered patio area, which is a little bit different than other builders who do provide the pavers there. So that is something that you're going to have to pay for when you're selecting all of your options at the design center. They do not do pools during construction. So again, that would be something that you would do after closing. Let's take a look at the primary suite. Beautiful. So as I mentioned before, this has the back of the house extension. So it is quite an oversized room. And they have also chosen to add this French door that is an upgrade that you can only do if you do the back of the house extension. Because as I mentioned, like, this is the extra area that you've added on. All right, let's head into the primary bathroom. What I love about this floor plan over the last one is that it has his and her closets. They are pretty sizable, especially if you get custom closets put in. So that one is a little bit larger. And then heading into the primary bathroom, there's a few options here. You're always going to have your double vanities over here. And then this, I call it a super shower. There's tons of different names for it, but this is like the highest upgrade that you can get, is the low threshold. They don't necessarily call it zero threshold because depending on your lot and how everything sits, they don't always make it quite zero threshold, but low threshold, and it's glassed in. You can also have it framed in, which is less expensive. Standard, you'll have a smaller shower. There's some dead space in here, which is really weird. I had a client looking and they just leave this space walled in. And then you'll have just a shower here. If you want to add a tub, you can add a tub as well. If you like tubs, great. I love having a tub. I'll tell you, 75%, it's probably even more now. 90% of my clients aren't doing tubs. I mean, people like the low threshold shower because this is a 55 plus community. A lot of my clients that are buying here are, still working. They're not retired yet, but they're planning ahead. One of my favorite parts about this house is coming up next, and that is that from the primary bathroom, you can add this door to take you right into the laundry room. All of this, everything you see in here is an upgrade. So you do not get cabinets, you do not get a sink, you do not get a refrigerator, but you can certainly upgrade and add that on. And then this leads you to your 2-car garage here. We have a drop zone, so they have a little shelf there, but a lot of people would put, some extra shoe storage and such. We have your powder bathroom here, just off to the side for your guests. And then let's take a look at the other 2 bedrooms. So I think it's kind of interesting how they modeled this. Most of my clients would keep it as it comes, which is actually that this room is a bedroom. So it would be walled off and you have your closet there already. If you can picture it. As they have this one modeled, it's a 2-bedroom, but you know, especially in a home of this size, I find that most people want 3 bedrooms. 3 and a den is great. You know, people want space for when their family comes and visits. So this is your other guest bedroom. It is modeled as a suite option. You can only do this ensuite option here if you have that den up there and not as a 3rd bedroom. So as it's modeled now, we've got 2 bedrooms and this one has an ensuite, but what comes standard is the bathroom is in the middle of those 2 bedrooms. I should mention too, what comes standard in the bathrooms is a fiberglass surround. Really easy to clean. A lot of people, you know, they'll spend their upgrades in the kitchen and the primary bath. They get that fiberglass surround in the secondary bathrooms because number 1, it's not getting used that much. Number 2, if they want to get it retiled later, it's really easy to do after close. I didn't show you the storage as well. We have more storage here. Yeah, so like I mentioned, this is definitely one of my clients' favorite floor plans. And I mean, you can see why, right? It's so spacious and bright and open. It's laid out really, really well. Now, the only floor plan that we don't have modeled here is the Serenity. It's very similar to the Voyage, but instead of the courtyard patio, not the courtyard, the patio being in the center, it's bumped off to the side. And how that might actually work better for you on these lots down here is if you really want to maximize the lake view from that one side. So it's definitely one to consider. It starts just under $700,000. It can be 2 bedrooms and a den or 3 bedrooms. It has 2 to 2.5 bathrooms. You can also do that golf cart storage on it as well. Although we don't have a model, if it's something that you're interested in, we can probably find you one that's in framing or under construction that we can walk through together, because like I said, I really think you should consider that one if you are trying to maximize the views. All right, look at these views behind me. And now I have to say, it doesn't look as good on the camera as it does in person. Hopefully the drone shots can do it justice, because these lots are incredible. I mean, this is beautiful. And the nice thing about these ones here at the front too are that down below, so one tier down below is still Webb. You can do the collection 3 up on this level or down there. Down below that is Toll Brothers Balustrada. Out you see all the land kind of out cutting into the water. That's the island. Balustrada's in the island too, but that's the actual island part of the island. You will have 2-story homes there, but how it's cut in, it's not going to completely block off the lake view. And when you're on this side as well, you're never going to have 2 stories blocking off this part of the lake too, which is really, really rare to find. Now, these lots right now are priced at around $350,000. However, with the market having slowed a little bit, everything is negotiable. So let's talk, let's see what we can do. Let's put in an offer and get you your dream home. I imagine that with the base prices and upgrades and lot premium, we're going to be over 1.1 million, 1.2 is going to get you a really beautiful home, somewhere in that ballpark, just to give you an idea. Now, there are collection 1s up that have similar views. They're almost sold out. I'm not surprised. So if this is, way out of your ballpark, let's talk, because there are collection 1s that have views too. All right, I hope you found that information really helpful. Like I said, my name is Kristen. I would love to help you. All of my information is there on the screen. And just as a reminder, it costs you nothing to have me represent you in your new construction purchase, but you have to make sure that I come in with you on your first time entering the community. I have relationships with all the sales reps here, and I would love to assist you. So with that, if you are interested in learning more about living in Lake Las Vegas, the Webb community, I'll link some more additional videos below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.